Everybody wants to get here, to graduate high school, to finally share that special moment with friends and family, leave all the stress behind and celebrate our hard work, dedication, and perseverance. But as we finally reach that point, we look to our future and to the colleges we are going to attend in the fall. But as we look to the future, we should remember those who made these dreams possible. Those people are our teachers. And I have to ask, how did you treat them? With respect? No. Most of the time we treated them with disrespect. Our behavior in classes, in some cases, could cause us to get in big trouble. So I made this documentary for those who do so much and are treated with disrespect, for our teachers. And that's why this is
students behave
underappreciated.
Badly because, one, they want to control their environment. Two, they just flat out don't like the material and want to have, they let out their frustration by acting up. And three, their maturity level is not there yet and they don't see how the class can benefit them later on. So those are 3 reasons why.
I pledge to take back new ideas to my service learning class.
I pledge to teach my students how important it is to take care of their community.
I pledge to continue to share the Gift of All documentary to inspire future givers.
I pledge to help my students discover who they are and what they can give to the community through service.
I pledge to make a difference in my students' lives.
I pledge to be a voice of advocacy for service learning in our district.
I pledge to do my best to inspire students to be service learners.
I pledge to help stamp out hunger in our community.
I pledge to inspire my students to serve our community.
This next story is of a highly acclaimed neurosurgeon.
What's called an awake craniotomy, where I'm doing a brain procedure on someone who's awake because the tumor is in their motor area of speech. The judge had difficulty speaking, and after the surgery was finished, he could speak, and he was crying, and the wife was crying as well, and I was at the bedside. He said, "You make sure that you thank Mr. Sy." He didn't really use Mr. Sy's name, but the person, that teacher that you had. Make sure you thank him for the inspiration to be here.
He called me. It changed the way I looked at every student from that phone call on. It was a life-changing phone call. And I said, "Why would you call me?" He said, "Do you remember that day after school I took the brain and spinal cord out of the frog? You told me it was the best one you'd ever seen."
He said to me, "You got the hands of a surgeon, you're a smart, bright boy, and you could be a surgeon. You could be a brain surgeon if you wanted to." I remember that. I remember that clearly. You could be a brain surgeon. And that is a very important thing, especially when you're 13 years old. Because if you didn't think that, or if you had no idea you even wanted to be a brain surgeon, now that pops into your head. And you could say to yourself, "You know what? My teacher, who I respect, told me that I have what it takes to be a brain surgeon."
I am making a difference by educating our future, our children. I taught preschool for years, and I'm just about finished with a teaching credential program to teach elementary school. Teachers not only teach subject matter, but they're a friend, a mentor, a role model, a hug, someone to listen and care. There are so many issues that children face today, things I don't remember facing as a child, but maybe I was just lucky. I have kids in my 4th grade classroom, 32 students, who have been recently adopted, who are in foster care, who have special needs, who are living in poverty, who were born drug addicted, who have been abused in every way you can think of, who can barely read, who have no self-confidence, whose parents are drug addicts and are uneducated. The sad list goes on. I am sure I get more emotionally involved than I should, but these kids are so starved for attention and affection that it just breaks my heart. I listen to them, I hug them, I encourage and support them, I motivate them, and I am there for them. A teacher's job goes far beyond no child left behind or meeting standards. It is also about developing future members of our democratic society, creating good future citizens, and giving children a positive memory about school.
Of course, no teacher's work goes unnoticed or underappreciated. They always somehow are able to touch at least one person.
Back in my life, I wonder, what was I thinking? Better yet, what were you thinking? When you stood in front of the class every day and tried to teach me, you were talking to me, but I was talking to Gigi, trying to make plans for the weekend. But you persisted and you kept me from going off the deep end. You saved my life. And I can never sufficiently say thank you with the words I write, so I can only hope that you're happy with the special place that God has in heaven for teachers. You taught me to dream the impossible dream, because possibilities change every day. You taught me that the wrong thing can't be done the right way. You gave me the basic building blocks for life. You taught me how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. You taught me how to read and write. You taught me my letters and my numbers, my shapes and my colors. You taught me that if I didn't want it done, you made me a better me. You go beyond the call of duty. You stayed the extra hours to give the extra help. You believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. That's partly why I believe the greatest thing a person can do is to be a teacher or a mother. And I thank you for inspiring me to be an inspiration to others. Thank you for loving me, although it was tough. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for teaching me that when the best is possible, it's not okay just to be good enough. You recognized that I was talented and gifted before I realized talents and gifts existed. You told me that the sky is only the limit until I reach outer space. You told me to say please and thank you. And for that, I thank you. And when I am finished this poem, do not clap for me. Clap for those who look past my present state and saw my potential to be great. Clap for those heroes who never had monuments and statues. Clap for those who chose chalk as their weapon and the classroom as their battlefield to fight false knowledge and true ignorance. Clap for those who answer the call to educate us all. So from my heart to yours.
Okay, second semester of my sophomore year, I was transferred into Miss Smith's classroom, which is right over there. An open door. And things really changed for me because she really impacted me as a teacher, because she showed me that she really cared about the students. In every class so far, even this year, in my English classes, the teachers don't really get the students to participate, and she had the gift of having students participate. Not necessarily what she did, but how she did it. But it's just a thing that she added to her personality and teaching that really made me care about my future and care about the lesson. For example, she made her students give their opinion rather than just read some book or whatnot. Like, we were reading the book Speak, and the questions she asked really got the students to think. And the way she did it, it's hard to explain how she did it. She got the students to.
I'd have to say the most inspirational teacher here is Mrs. Mann. One, because she's so motivating. Two, because she's so involved in school and in her extracurricular activities that she does. Three, I'd have to say she's so dedicated to her work, and she's dedicated to her students and just everybody around her, and she's just a great personality, great energy to be around.
My most inspirational teacher would have to be Mr. Smoosh. The reason why I just see so much passion in him to really help the kids out, and the one thing I remember the most in his class is probably his journal topics. They're always there to teach us about life, doing the right thing. I just thought they were really great and just really helped me out throughout my junior year.
I think the teacher who's inspired me the most has been Miss Marion. She's been like a mom to me throughout the last 2 years that I've been in her art class, and she's always pushing for me to meet the deadlines and everything, and she really cares about everyone.
As I reflect on all the student-teacher stories I have heard, I realize that teachers are in fact appreciated, but not enough. They dedicate our lives to us. The least we can do is show some gratitude every day to all our teachers.